673. Thank you. 673.
This on the end on each side.
Thank you. From here up.
Pieces here on
Okay. Hey folks, most of this equipment here is Mr. Shoes. Right down here in Jefferson area. We have sold other equipment to the relatives. So we're going along here. Here you got a nice cross gun tip. And you can see this one, use hard, and you can do there.
You have a cylinder for it.
Not with it. There's one earlier here, but that's sold.
1454. Yep, proud.
Some minute.
Anybody want to do there? What do you want? Nice heavy cut? You have a crowd in there. 4,000 on the bid. 4,000 on the bid. 3,000 on the bid. 12.5, 15, 17.5, 17.5, 2,000, 22.5, 2,500, 27.5, now 3,000, 33, 32.5, 32.5, 32.5, 32.5, 3,000, 32.5, 3,000, 32.5, 3,500, 35, 35, 4,000 on the bed, 4,000, 37.5, 4,000 on the bed, Lord, would think I know what I'm talking about. I asked for 4,000. 39.5, 4,000. 4,000 on the bed. Over to more. You want to make her more? 39.5, 4,000 on the bed. Over to more. Who's having a good time today? Raise your hand. 39.5. They're all pissed off. You might go home. 39.5, 4,000 on the bed. Over to more. So, $3,950 a week, sir. 663. Thank you. Hey folks, little three-point hits disc here, $14.99 on you, 500. 500, 500, 500, 3 avenue, 200 of it, 2.5. I got 200, 2.5, here you go, baby girl, 200, 2.5. Yep. 2.5, 3.5, 3.5, 400, 4.5, 500, 600 of it, 670, 670. Holy moly, 6.5, 6.5, 600 sold $600. Buyer number 365, 365. Lot number 1490. Got the 2-section there. Yeah, maybe you want to do there. Give 150, 25, 25, yes, Ryan for his speaker, and he does it. Then 25, 25, 10, 10, 10, 5, 7, 5, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, so $5, 209, right? 209. How much? $5, 209. Wendell's on. Hey, Chisel plow. I just counted again. It's a 12 tooth. Okay. 12 tooth chisel plow, folks. $2,500, $2,000, $2,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $500, let's go. 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 300, 3, 4, 4, 4 out of 3 now, 4 out of 4, 3 big, give 4, 4 out of 3, now 4, 4, 4 out of 300 a bid, 400, 400, a lot of machines for the money, friends. 3, 4, 4 out of 300 bid, 400, 4, 4 out of 300 and a half, 3.5 out of 300, give a half, 3.5 out of 300 bid, half out of 300 and a half out of 300 bid, 50. $300, number 99.
At 99.
Hey, John Deere rate.
Frequent buyer.
Hey, he's on fire today. Frequent flyer.
I'm looking. Right up there, lot 14, 14 on the John Deere.
He does that.
John Deere, give $1,500, $1,500, $15,000, $1,000 now, $1,000, $800, $505, $500, $500, $300, $3 now, $200, let's go, $200, $200, $100, $102, $1 bid now, $200, $100, $200, hay seasons are coming, $200, $1, $2, have a $200 bid, $200, $2, have a $200 bid, $2, $1 and a half, $100, give now a half, $100, what am I missing here, Floyd? $100 and a half, $100 bid, half, $150. $100.
209.
209. 209.
Window, you missed the
You
paint.
bought a plow here. You bought a 1492. 1492 lot. You bought a nice little plow. Holders go long. 300. 300. That'll be it. 350. 200. 100. 100 stay. 100. That'll be go. 100. Go. 100. Go. 100. Go. 100. Little two bottom plow there. And half. Now two. Get your man. 2. 2 and a half. 3. 3 and a half. 3 and a quarter. 300. 3 and a quarter. Quarter. 300. 3 and a quarter. So $300 a man. Quarter on 401. 401. Buying a snow plow. Yep, buying a snow plow. Anybody want to do different lot there, boss lady? 1498. 1498. Yeah, what hey, what do you want to do there? What do you say there? He would give 100. 100, everybody go, 100, everybody go, 100, everybody go, 100, everybody go, 150, 25, 25, 35, 25, 35, 35, 45, get him along here, 45, 45, 45, 45, 35, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 35, 45, $35, you're 209, 209, 1409, Oak Drag. Came right along with Mr. Shoes Goodies. Yeah, 1409 Oak Drag. Give 100. 100, anybody go 100, level, we're out for 150. 50, 25, 10, 10, 20, 10, and now 20 on Oak Drag here, 10, and now 20, 10, and now 15, anybody go 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 15, 10, and now 15, anybody go 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 15, 10, and now 15, $10, 209. Folks, I know a lot of you don't plow anymore, but lot 1415, nice hillside hitch. Yeah, auto reset 4 bottom. Yep, lot 1450. Anybody want to do there? Give 1500. 15,000 on the bed. Nice 4 bottom there. 1,000 with the hillside hitch. 1,000 on the bed. 1,000, 1,000, 800. 500 to be a mama. Thank you, sir. 300 4. 300 no 4, 500 400 now 5. I have 400 now 5. 400 and a half. 400 bid. 4 and a half. 400 and a half now 5. Get them along 5 and a half. 5 and a half. 600. 6 and a half. 6 and a half. 600. 6 and a half. That's only 150 a bottom. 600 and a half. 600 and a half, 600 and a half, 600 and a half. You buy a side by side, 600 and a half, 600 and a half, 600 and a half, 6 and a half, now 7, 7, sir, 7, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 700 and a half, 700 and a half, 700 and a half. Sold $700 your weight, Kittle. 313, 313. Hey, buying a Peckway, Tedder came right along with Mr. Shoes Goodies here, buying a Peckway, Tedder, lot number 14, 16, 16. Anybody want to do there? Get 800. 500 to be 300 to be 3 200 100 and a half, 100 to be 100 and a half, 100 to be 100 and a half, and you say 1 and a half, 100 and a half, 100 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, get her dry. buy today. Earlier 300 and a half, 300 and a half, 300, 3 and a half, 300, 3 and a half. I have 300, 3 and a half, 300, 3 and a half, you want to make her half, 300 and a half. So $300, 634. Huskee, you're on deck, Kingpin. Yep, I'll tell a big wagon, then you can tell a planner. Yeah, 1417, nice Huskee big wagon there. First one I had 1800. Nice and clean. You know it was always inside. 1800. 15. 15, 15, 15, 1,000 on the bed, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, all your Huskee, 1,000 on the bed, 1,000, 1,000, 500, 500, 7 and a half, 500 bid, 7 and a half, I got 500, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 1,000 on the bed, 1,000, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 1,200, 12 and a half, 10, 11, 10 now, 11, 10, 11, 100 on the bed, 1,000 now, 11, you want to make her 1,100 on the bed, 11, you want to make her 11, 1,000 now, 12, 1,200, sir, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 11 and a half, 1,200 on the bed, 12, 12, 12 and a half, 1,200, 12 and a half, 1,200, 12 and a half, you want to make her half, 1,200, 12 and a half, 1,200 to be 12 and a half, one last time, 1,200 and a half, 1,200, 12 and a half. So $1,200, 28520.
Those got rings. Corn planter, the monitor's all right here. You got books, you got monitors, you got rings. Soybean rings and all. $800. 800, hey, $800, $800, $800, $800, $500, $500. Mike's just saying, if you want, you can slide them into 30 inchers. Make yourself 30-inch rows. Yep.
$800, functional planner, 300, 3, 300, 3, 3, 3, 3, $200, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2 and 3, 3, 3, got the rings right here, 2, 3, soybeans and all, 2, 3, 3, 250, 300, 3, 300, 3, now a quarter, 3 and a quarter and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 375, 75, 400, 4, 400, 4 and a half, 4 and a quarter, 400 and a quarter, 400, now a quarter, 400 and 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 a quarter, $400, 673, 673. Hey, you got New Holland, 6-star tenor here, and the coon. Sorry, coon, 6-star tenor, coon. Yep, coon, 6-star tenor there, folks. Hey, what do you want to do there? What do you want to do when I get 1,000 on the bed? 6-star, 1,000 on the bed, 1,000, 1,800, 500 on the bed, folks, we're going to sell this wagon, then we're heading over to the Dodge. That road's a little shorter. We'll finish up with the center 2 rows then. 503, got 2, 2 and a half, 200, 2 and a half, 2 and a half.
Way back, way back. Yep.
4 and a half, 500, 500.
Yep.
5 and a half, 600, 6,
Yep.
6 and a half, 6 and a half, you say 6 and a half, 700,
Yep.
7 and a half, 7 and a half, 6 stars, 7 and a half, 700, 7 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 850, 800, 8 and a half. $800 to wait, boy.
132.
132, 132. Hey, wagon, Peter wagon, whatever you want to do.
4.7.
Yeah, hey, 1,500, 1,500, 1,200, $1,000.
Didn't get it.
1,000 out of that. Good deer, no, 1,000.
Call me and up a little bit, up a little bit.
Well, maybe not.
Next day, I called him. He said, I'll do 4.7 and close it. I said,
$1,500.
he called 2 days too goddamn late. He had plenty of chance.
5, 5. 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 700, 700, 600, 700, 700, 6 and a half. 6 and a half, 600 bids, 6 and a half, 650. 7 and a half. Now we're in here. 7 and a half, 800. 8 and a half. 8 and a half. 8.5, 8.5 out of about 850, 850 out of about 800, 850 out of about 800, 850 out of 850. $800, put that on number 582.
Hey, folks, come on up here today. We're going to go around the Dodge Sanctuary. That road's not as big, and then we
Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.